Hello, everyone. My name is Victoria Tory Setian, Design Director at Xbox.
And I'm Gabriela Leskur, Narrative and Experience Lead on Aura.
And welcome back to the Encarta series for Aura History Untold. If this is your first time with us, be sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell for more Encarta episodes, dev diaries, and other insightful content.
Which nation are we looking at today, Tory?
Today, we're looking at the First Persian Empire.
Let's jump in. The Achaemenid Empire, often referred to as the First Persian Empire, began in what is now modern-day Iran. Cyrus II founded the empire in 550 BCE and was known as an intelligent, fair, and reasonable ruler. After his son's death in 522, one of his generals took charge of the empire, who would later be renamed Darius the Great. Darius was faced with a fractured empire, but he managed to unify his people and spread their reach as far as the Indus Valley, setting up governmental systems to properly manage the vastness of his territory. Under Darius the Great, the empire also faced the start of the Greco-Persian Wars. After a period of political turmoil and unsuccessful campaigns against the Greeks, Alexander the Great conquered the Achaemenid Empire in 330 BCE. The remaining territories broke off into separate entities and were led by an array of Persian dynasties. Persia and Persian culture continued to flourish and influence the people and empires they encountered.
To represent the First Persian Empire, our History Untold is spotlighting Xerxes I. Xerxes I was the son of Darius the Great and served as the fourth Shah, or king, of the Achaemenid Empire. He was appointed king in 468 BCE when Darius was preparing for war against Greece. However, Xerxes did not have the same leadership skills as his father and struggled to keep the empire stable. After quelling the unrest to the best of his ability, he set out to finish his father's vengeful campaign against Greece. Although he was successful in capturing all of mainland Greece, Xerxes was convinced to attack a Greek naval force in unfavorable conditions and was defeated in the Battle of Salamis, forcing him to retreat back to Asia. Xerxes I continued to rule his declining empire until he was assassinated by his bodyguards around 465 BCE.
Xerxes' main leader ability is King of Kings, which gives him a higher force cap for each city under his control, as well as additional strength for war chariots and mounted scouts, allowing for early domination through Act 1. His discipline trait increases his build production toward government and military improvements, allowing him to quickly construct key improvements needed for early growth, while his traditional trait grants him additional prestige from completed triumphs, making them even more advantageous. His aggressive and cunning traits allow Xerxes to conduct wars at a lower cost than most, including wars of annihilation, and his forces gain a 10% strength boost when fighting outside of his territory. But watch out for his rash trait, which decreases knowledge in the capital. This can be offset by building libraries and universities and keeping your city well supplied with books and other such amenities.
When choosing Xerxes I, your strategy should be to amass vast forces and construct awe-inspiring triumphs. As the King of Kings, Xerxes has the capacity to expand his military might with each new city added to his empire. His subjects experience a significant increase in craft production when they focus on building war chariots and mounted scouts, allowing his forces to spread out quickly and protect his territory. And Xerxes' shrewd leadership allows him to declare war without the usual drawbacks. Plus, his forces wield greater strength when fighting abroad. In recognition of their leader's prowess, his nation bestows him considerable prestige upon the completion of a triumph. However, this comes with a challenge of mitigating a reduced knowledge penalty in your capital city.
For governments, getting to monarchy as early as possible will help fortify your capital as you send forces outward to establish new cities. Combine this with a palace, and you'll have a high city cap to pursue the best resources for your nation. In Act 2, the feudalist government spreads that bonus security to all of your cities, and its policies can increase build production towards military improvements or raise siege defense in all your cities. Finally, in Act 3, the communist state can help reduce the maintenance cost of your large army, and its main effect boosts happiness and security for each government improvement in your nation. This will, however, reduce knowledge slightly, but you can offset that with medical research labs, universities, and new modern amenities.
For triumphs, Stonehenge is an early grab that boosts the knowledge and security of the city it's built in, and constructing it in your capital can be a clever way of dealing with Xerxes' rash trait. Later in Act 1, the Acropolis can greatly increase build production towards other triumphs, giving Xerxes additional prestige thanks to his traditional trait. In Act 2, Himeji-jo can be a powerful triumph in a newer city as it significantly boosts the city's siege defense and increases the strength of all forces stationed within its borders. If placed correctly, this triumph can make a big difference when fighting in wars of expansion. In Act 3, the Smithsonian Institution is an extremely powerful triumph that boosts the quality of life stats for each improvement built in a city, depending on their type. This means that thanks to your several government and military improvements, you no longer need to worry about sieges, leaving you to focus on gaining prestige and pursuing your path to victory.
Thank you everyone for watching. Be sure to subscribe for future Encarta episodes and gameplay tips. And let us know in the comments which nations you'd like to see featured.
Follow us on the social platforms of your choice. Join the Insider program at ourhistoryuntold.com and explore Our History Untold on Steam, Windows, or PC Game Pass. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.